Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
This time Burrow will look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Looking deep downfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Burrow on play action. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Ravens are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. Well, they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Jackson on first down. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards to pick up there.
11 coming.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Trent Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
That's complete, left side to Bateman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd and 7.
Burrow. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and
in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass.
he'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st.
Tackle made there by Keith Taylor.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
12, 11, 11.
Now Burrow. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
11 empty.
Here's Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Coming.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have taken the lead.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast.
He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11. Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
11 empty.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to air one out.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
And he goes out right around the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. That one complete to Prochet. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're up to a fast start here.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now it's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the...
And it'll be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They begin with a run by Mixon, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Keith Taylor. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Desmond Patman.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
11, Tommy.
The slot man in motion right. Back to Mixon on first down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
11 empty. 11 empty.
On second down and 4. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
We haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Throwing on second down. Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 11, 11, 11.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. McPherson now for the extra point.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eli Apple.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
All right, ready?
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
What the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
He's got a man, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips, and then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Powers through it, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Tucker now to add the point after. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So right 8 as he kicks it away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, Jackson.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Mixon with a first down carry. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 MT. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11.
Throwing, Burrow.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the... Told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Burrow.
Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to almost certainly win the football game.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Well, now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself. But let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 139 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. From the gun to give to Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
11.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He sets to fire deep.
Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still fourth down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
11 MP.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolutely.